Afternoon, everybody. It's slightly different today as I'm creating craft rather than in my own little classroom, because I can call it a classroom now. It's got tables and chairs and all sorts of things in it. So yeah, it's looking lovely. But yeah, just as nice. Yeah, I'm in the green room, but I'm in a room to the side. So if I get disturbed, it's entirely possible because obviously doors are open and everything here. So bear with me. I'm sure we'll be fine. So, what we up to today then? Okay, I've got my tile, of course, 2nd of September. Can you believe it? My goodness me, the first one in September. I've got my regular tortillon pen. Okay, what else do I have? Okay, regular pencil, tortillon. I do have a black sort of brush pen. It's an alcohol marker, it doesn't really matter. It's just that there's a little bit of black colouring I want to do around the edge, so that's sort of a little bit easier to do than trying to use a micron. And of course it's a reminder of our little Benji. Look, he's been at the end of the pen. Yes, I have got my jelly roll pens here as well, but I don't know if I'll get round to them. I'm going to see how that goes, but for now I'm just focusing on these, and of course that thicker black pen, whatever black pen you've got. Oh, thank you, Christine. Do you know, I came out of it and I thought, oh, I've had a bit of a nap. It was just lovely. And I think my plan was to go through the books from 1 to 3, just to show you the journey, really. And then, of course, later today, I'm going to do a bit more on the Lotus and a little bit more on the puzzle stencil, and maybe come back to book 3, depending on time. So, yes, I'm looking forward to it. It's enjoyable. It's nice. So, okay. Where are we going to start with? I've got a white tile today. Again, it doesn't matter what you're going to go with. I wouldn't perhaps do this on a black. I would go with a colour. But again, entirely up to you. Here we go then. Starting straight in with pen. Oh, do you, Julie? Yeah, the stencil, we didn't mention that. There is a stencil that comes with book 3. It's basics, it's circles and squares, but just makes life a bit easier for you. The heart-shaped stencil. Oh, I'll have to have a look, Jean, if I've got any lying around. Okay, so deep breath for this one. All right, what I'm going to do, you might want to just watch this before you dive in. So, okay, we're going to go with sort of swirls. I'm going to start, and I want some of the outside visible. I don't want to sort of take up the whole space. So there we go. In with another whirl. I don't want them to all be the same size. They don't all have to be central. But what we do really want to do, if possible, oh my word, look at that, just like magic. Woo! Doing that live was a bit scary, but there we go. So again, doesn't matter that they're all different sizes. It's absolutely fine. I want something a little bit different. Okay. Oh, Alison, we won't tell, we'll whisper. I'm going to aura on the inside of those little shapes I've created. There's one, look. Turn it round. And then same again. I can just hear Matt in the background there. And Dawn's in today. Dawn Wheeler. And Pauline is in today. I've been trying Pauline's new pencils, my magic ones. She's doing a show with those tomorrow. She's loving them. There we are. Of course, Andy and Lowen are in a little bit later. So busy. Oh, Fiona's in too. Crafter's Companion. Here we are. Oh, yeah, the book 3. Yeah, it's a lovely book. Mine's the all 3 are, and I think they. Yeah, you can start with 1 and work your way through to 3, or you can just get 3 and start there. It's wherever you want to go, but it's addictive, isn't it? I do so enjoy it. It's lovely. Hi there. Yeah, of course, come on in. Okay, so I'm going to do the same in the centre. I'm just going to add that little aura in there. Just following the lines. There we go. It doesn't matter if your lines are wobbly. It's fine. Just go with it. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Sue, is it? Do you know, actually, I come out this morning and it wasn't very nice weather. But here it's quite warm, so... Okay, so this is where we've got... And now, from this moment on, you're all going to have a different shape. And I just want you to know that that's absolutely fine. It's sort of meant to be because it's your own. And, of course, what happens next, it's going to then start to vary, isn't it? So please don't worry about it. Oh, Kathy, who's making my tea, I know. Do you know, I've actually got with me, I've got my water bottle here with me, and I've got a watermelon and apple tea. But John did put that in a bottle of fizzy water for me this morning. So I've just had that after coming off air. Oh, Nadia, now, honestly, yeah, they're all out now. The last of them went yesterday. There was quite a lot went out yesterday. So hopefully it'll be tomorrow. It's a very nice Hermes man, actually. There's no problem. There's a lot of parcels and he took them all without a problem. So you can see what I'm doing here. Like I'm adding these little sort of bubbles all around the outside shape. And I'm just going ahead and I'm filling them in. I'm not using my thicker black pen at the moment. I'm just sticking with the regular micron pen. Just enjoying filling those little bubbles in. And of course, you know, you don't have to use a black pen. You can use others. They do a very nice brown. They do a sepia as well, although it's a very, very dark sepia. There's a blue-black you can get too, but I'm not sure if that's just in the plastic nibs. And then, of course, you can get the burgundy. That's quite nice. And all the rest of the colours. So no rush with these, and you don't have to think, oh, they've all got to be the same size. You can see here it's all that rectangle frame is lovely. Okay. Once I've finished here, I'm going to do a little bit of work on the lotus picture I've got going. I thought I could do the start of it in the next show, and then I could show you where it's progressing and how you get from one bit to the next. Okay. All right. So I'm just gradually working my way. See that I'm leaving a gap between each one. Just gone purple, Wendy. Nice. Hi, Yvonne. Oh yeah, Francis, the inks. I have showed them on a video before. They're like a little teardrop shape ink pad. I do like the Tim Holtz inks as well. His distress inks are really good. But the particular one I've used today, they are little teardroppy shaped ones. I can't remember the name of them. It's just, to be honest, they're just easy to carry around because you get lots of colours in a small space. As you can imagine, you've not got much space out, when you've got a little table at the side of you. And we used to a craft room, aren't we? And then you suddenly be given this tiny little space. Oh, thank you to me, Denise. Yeah. Oh, that's the one, Pat. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Little memento ones. There's just so many colours. It's nice to sort of have a pick of them. And they've got some shimmer ones as well, which actually work nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think even Martin was quiet for a bit today, wasn't he? So he didn't have a go though. But that's fine. All right. So I'm just working my way around. You want to see how it is so far? There we go. Oh, Lynn. That gallery at the back of book 3 is just lovely. So just beware, because obviously, we're going to do a book 4 at some point. So be picking your favourite tile from book 4. So what will that be? Tile 37, 39, 49, up to 49, 12 tiles. Gosh, who'd have thought? I was only going to do, I keep saying this, I was only going to do 12 tiles. Alright. See, this is taking on a different shape already, isn't it? Just having those little bumps on there. And I'm just really enjoying filling them in, actually. Oh, hey, Pauline. Oh, Gail, I've got various coloured pencils. I tend to bring to air a company called Brunzil. They're really nice pencils and nice quality. So I'm just looking at bringing their watercolour ones to air over the next few months, because we've done pastels. That's the ones I'd got on the show today. And I've got their pencils too, really nice. But if you're into, you know, spending a lot of money and you want the best of the best of the best, then of course you're looking at polychromos. I've not found one. I mean, the Brunzil are really, really good. But they're slightly a better price than the polys. And they are lovely. So, but, you know, I think it's a personal thing, isn't it? Everybody's got their own version, their own choice. Oh, wow, Bernadette, that's really nice of you to say. You know, that means a lot. Thank you. And I know lockdown's been really tough for everybody. And it's just nice that I've been able to, you know, give you a little bit of relief wherever. Because, of course, it's for me too. It's helped me too. And, you know, I think we've got a lovely little community going on here now. Okay. So far then, let's go a little bit larger now so you can see the next section. So what I'm going to do now, that's that familiar aura. And I'm going to go aura around every one of these lovely little bubbles. So whatever you've done before, whether it matches the last one or not, you're just focusing on creating that lovely little aura around the sections there. There we go. Oh, that's lovely, Lynn. Thank you. Yeah, we do hope to do that. Marie and I did have a chat yesterday about something that we're planning going forward, so that's hopefully going to come soon. And of course, you know, we want to try and keep things going for you. So yeah, I enjoy doing them actually. I look forward to them as well. It's part of my day. So I know that Marie's not going to be available on the 21st of September, so I'm going to do that show. Not decided exactly what I'm going to do in that session yet, but it won't be a tile. It'll be in line with what we've suggested, where we use one of the stencils in some way. So I'll have a look through and I'll pick something there. And I've actually, John's booked us a week away. So on the 12th of September, so the week following that, that's a Saturday, I actually won't be doing any tiles that week because I do really need to have a week off. And if I'm prepping for these, then it's not really, he does want me to have a week off. We have worked really hard, so yeah. Oh, so is it? Oh. Well, I hope you can, you know, hope you can join us. You might be busy celebrating. I know. Yeah. Just working around. There's absolutely no rush with this one. Oh, thank you, Vivian. Now, for those of you that have got the books, you think book one, this is probably the first pattern in that book, and it's one of the very first patterns I teach beginners in classes. It's a really lovely one, but you can see it's in a slightly different format. It's on the outside and not the inside of a section. So it's quite diverse, this one. You can do a lot with it. I think coming back and using a pattern that, you know, we sometimes discard them. We think, oh, it's so easy, I've done it before. We try for something a bit more sort of complex. Just go back to them and have a look and remind yourself of what it's like. And then you'll be amazed, one, at the progress that you've made, to think, well, I can do this one, it's dead easy now, to actually reviewing and just sort of bringing another one to life. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to do another one. Same again now. I'm just following that line around. Now, if you do come where you haven't got a gap, it doesn't matter. Just sort of keep auraing. I'll see if I get to one, I can show you. Just keep going. There you go, see, one there. Working my way around. So there, I've still got a gap to put it, but here you can see I've not got a gap to sort of go to the bottom here, so I'm just going to stop there, and then I'm just going to fill in until I can. Oh, brilliant. Well, happy anniversary for them, and birthday on the 21st. It is actually John's birthday on the 12th, and I think that's probably why he's, come on, let's go away. And, I'm going to take both Seth and Benji onto the beach, because they've, well, certainly Benji's never seen a beach before. My goodness me, that's going to be interesting. Oh, Gail, well done. They are lovely. I wouldn't actually say if I didn't like them myself, and I have brought my own with my money. I've not been asked by a company to use them. I actually brought them with my own money, and I thought I do like these, which is why I then brought them myself again and brought them to wear. So I'm not getting paid for promoting anybody. It's my opinion, but you know, say we're all different. There we are. So just keep going. See, again here I'm running out of space a little bit in that corner, and then into there. Okay, following it round. It's nice in those little corners, isn't it? Just sort of frames it a little bit. It's today, you know, usually working on the cream, whereas today it's a brilliant white tile out of the monochrome collection, so it's nice. It's lovely and soft. The pen is just gliding over it. There we look. See another nice little frame there. Oh no, Maureen. I know what you mean. Yeah, but I do look at the floor when you sit there at night. You think, oh, it needs a bit of a vacuum around. It looks like I've got there's lots of dog hair, but I'll get around to it. Too busy doing the next tile or designing the next stencil or something. Yeah, there we are. I better do it before my mum comes on Saturday. She's watching. Yeah, Mum, I'll do it before you come on Saturday. There we are. Okay, so we've got 2 auras on there. See, 2 sort of rows, look like little rainbows, don't they? Very sweet. Okay, let's go a bit larger then. So next, I'm going to keep in with it. I've got a little gap here, so I'm going to pull it up almost Zinger-like. Almost, so don't get too carried away. And then I'm going to put a bobble on the end. All right? And then I'm going to aura around that little bobble and down the line. All right? And then the same again. And down again. Okay? So let's do another one of those. Let's have one going this way. There we are, look. Filling that section in. And then let's go around, just like before. I'm going to stop there, look. And then around again. So it's the same sort of thing. It's a bobble rather than a half or one. And then I'm auraing twice. So let's put one in here. There we are. And then round it goes. Down to the bottom. And same again. There we are. So again, it's almost a sort of a twist on the first pattern that we've done. So we're not doing anything differently, it's just giving it a different guise almost, isn't it? It starts to look quite interesting. So I'm not trying to create a particular picture. I'm not following a theme as such today. It's just exploring this particular pattern. Alright, and same again. Round and down. Ooh. Okay, get one in here. So they don't have to be a large size, they can just be little ones. And going different ways. Something about using that black ink, colouring it in, it's lovely. Just adds some drama to it, doesn't it? And there we go. Okay, get another one in here. Just sort of feel free with it. Don't think I've got to keep a similar pattern, I've got to make it the same. You just wanted something a little bit different. There you go. Let's have a little one here, see? There we go, that way. And round again. Of course this time I'm going to have to go underneath. There we are. So I'm going to fill that little bit in there. Okay. Oh, Sue, that'd be good. There'll be no stopping you then, will there? There we are. I think there's a lot of things had to sort of take a back seat, and it's a shame, isn't it? Our NHS have worked really hard to keep things going, so it's nice now to sort of hear it's, things are starting to sort of get back on track. I was just very, very lucky last year that they managed to sort me out very quickly. I had all my operation and all the rest of it back in November. But I suppose it was the fact that they didn't quite know what it was that was growing inside me. They had to get rid of it pretty quickly. There we go. See, that one looks like it's coming underneath. Alright. Let's have another one here. So I'm just filling up the space really, and going at different angles, different sizes. So let's have one there. Just enjoying filling in that little bubble section. And there, right off the edge, that's fine. Oh, Bernadette, that's not good, is it? They've got things in place though that are going to sort it out, so at least, the rest of the kids can stay at school. That's been quite a worry for a lot of people, isn't it? Okay. And a little one here, I think. There we are. To that one there. Oh, Gail, brilliant. Do you know that jigsaw stencil is so underrated? It's such a little thing, and I know there's two in there, but there's the things you can do with it. I mean, you can extend it if you want as well. It doesn't have to stay one size. You can sort of extend the pattern. It's just lovely because you can mix it with other things. And you know what, actually, if you've got a section of a tile you perhaps are not seriously happy with, then you could use that stencil, and perhaps draw in say I didn't like this bit, draw in a puzzle piece here, or maybe even here, and actually cut it out. So you just then, in your journal, say you did this on a bright pink journal page, you could cut your piece out that you weren't happy with here using one of the puzzle pieces, and then you'd just have pink behind that you could then either tangle in or leave it. So it's it's got a lot of uses. It's not just something to use as one big thing. Quite like that idea, actually. I might try it with this one. What do you think? Cut a bit out of it, see what it looks like. There you go. So let's have one there. But then you must, if you've got a die cutter, you have to try and emboss it. Because they're amazing embossed. There we are. See the little one there? Just going off the page. So I know I gave you quite a challenging one on Friday, but you've all done a really good job with it. So I thought today we'd sort of chill out a little bit and just sort of fill in the whole of the tile, little sections. Okay. Actually, my son's decided to go back to university. He's 27, and he did ring me the other day. He said, "Mum, I've just booked on a course." I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh, yeah. I think he's perhaps ready to go back now and do something. First time round, he wasn't. He used to be in a rock band. A really good one. They were really good. But I think he put a little bit too much time and effort into that and not enough into his studies. But don't we all? So I'm just going to fill in that section. If it's a small bit, then fill it in, that's fine. And, they've all got to go back at some point, and you've just got to let it go that little bit and think, do you know what? It's in somebody else's hands now, isn't it? Just, you know, as long as they're safe and they follow the protocols, you know, we can't stay in forever. You know, we've got to venture out at some point. Oh, tracking is returning to sender. At least we. Oh, I'm just thinking. At least the predictive text wasn't on there. On the Hermes. Made me laugh so much. On Monday. Okay, it's filling up quite nicely, isn't it? Let's get one in here. It's nice to have something that's a little bit random now and again, isn't it? And this is a really good one if you need to fill in some space. It's quite large, or if you just want to chill out and not think about a pattern at all, and you just think, I'm just going to fill this page. It's a great one to do, because it doesn't matter which way and which size or shape, they sort of fill together. There we are. And just following it round just as ever. Okay, let's do a bit here. Let's just bring that section up a little bit. And again, I'm perhaps working a little bit quicker than I would if I was at home, because you know, I'm trying to work within a time limit. So really this one could take as long as it takes. It's not one to rush. I mean, the slower you work on these auras, the finer that you can get them, and they start to create little characters. There we are. It's going to go through there. And another one. Following it round each time. Let's do another one that way. Now I know it feels a bit weird that you think, oh, maybe she should have done one the other way, but actually let's be a bit random. Okay, same here. I'm going into that corner now. Now I know at this point everybody's is going to look totally different, and that's a good thing. They're all going to be truly unique. Let's have another one here. Round it goes. Alright, section. Now just because we're getting near to the end, it doesn't mean we can rush. It's not what it's about. It's about treating each one with a little bit of respect, because they're all different. Okay. I don't know if you're having any internet problems. I'm connected to the the Wi-Fi over here, so I'm not having any problems this end as I know of. There we are. So, let's have a look at that so far. Okay, so we've got quite a bit filled there, haven't we? I'm going to put another one in here. Let's go a little bit wider, there you go. And that one. There we are. Alright. So, where I have got some sort of spaces, just in and around the centre area, so like here for example, I'm just going to go in and fill it with some bubbles, of course. You know, and then any little gaps, just add in that ink, but I'm not going to go too far out. I'm not covering all the way. Let's sort of go maybe to there. See? That one's a bit small to do anything with, so that one. So it's now working out which is space and which is the part of your little creatures. There we are. So that one I'm just going to fill in. See here, I've got a bit of a space. Let's fill that one in. And again, any of those little gaps, just fill in. See, then here, just a little bit. Okay, this one here, look. Don't want to be worried about those little gaps. No, that one will fit a bubble in though. And then little bits in here. Okay, fill that bit in. See, I'm not putting bubbles around that edge, just sort of on the inside sections. There we go. And again, just filling in the gaps if there are any. And just, there you go. See, I'm going to do that one too. Nice little gap there. Let's fill that in. It's quite a full tile, isn't it, today? There's no room for negative space. It's all going in today. Okay. And then little bits here. Space there. Let's have one in there. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at that so far. Okay, I think we're all there. I think I'm going to do this one. You know, it always gets me, you know, beginning of term again, because obviously I used to be a full-time teacher, and going back was anticipation and excitement, but also a bit of a dread, knowing the amount of work you've got coming on. Sort of, I always liked September. I liked the newness of it, you know. And even though I was a teacher, I still used to have, you know, new clothes and new pencil case and all that kind of stuff. I used to love it. It's great. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to put my, oh, actually, any of the little spaces here now, I think I'm going to go in and fill them with that black pen. Alright, see here's quite a space to fill, so I'm going to go around the edges of that area. See, I'm not being particularly neat, doesn't matter, I'm just trying to sort of fill in that space there, you know, just those little corners, because then I can come in with my pen, because it's quite a big brush, it's going to colour it quite quickly, but you know, it doesn't get into the corners like the other pen does. There we go, let's have a look at that. Just be, you know, gentle with it. Alright. Oh, so brilliant. That's the shrink plastic works brilliantly. It does a great job. Okay, so again, like I'm just filling in where I can. But you know, if I can get the thicker pen in there, like so, and I'm just going to come in with that thicker pen. See? Okay, So definitely got a space here. Quite interesting, isn't it? You know, working on a white tile and then turning larger sections of it to black. It's quite magical. It's almost like you've worked on black with white, but it's quite a nice thing to do. So again here, let's have a look at this. Oh, fill that bit in there. So I'm just going in the corners and filling in what I can. Now you see here, I'm sort of right on the edge, and if I go in straight away with that large black pen, it's going to go all over my board. I don't want that. So I do have a bit of scrap paper. There we go. And I'm going to come in and go. That means then I can go straight over onto the paper itself. There we go. So let's fill it round. Let's see what's going to look like. So wherever you can, get that larger pen in, because that's just going to make life a little bit easier for you. A little bit quicker. And you see there, look, I've just got that little corner to do. And if it's sort of messed with your shape a bit, you can use this pen to then go in and, you know, change your shape a touch. Let's just do those corners. Just makes life a little bit easier. There we go. Just working it round. Just remember with your shrink plastic, it'll only you need to draw on the rough sort of surface, because otherwise you draw on the shiny, it'll just come off. And if you use gel pens, yeah, just give them chance. Well, any pen actually, just give them chance to dry before you try and shrink it. That's just a little bit of a tip from somebody that's done it before, because she was impatient. And yeah, because once it's sort of shrunk down, there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, so here we go, just filling in. Just being really careful, you know, just going around the outside edge here. Doesn't matter on the literally edge, but it does where you're touching other sections. You know, I didn't want to fill it all with bubbles. I quite like the drama of having a black edge to it. There we go. I know, Sue, but do you know what? Isn't it nice, because it's something I've made that choice to do it, rather than work with a white pen, because of course, unless you're using the you know, the really, really fine nibbed white pens, you know, like the rotring and stuff, you can't always get a fine line with a white pen, a white gel pen. There we go. So I'm just going to go around the edges. But you can imagine you could colour half of a tile in black, couldn't you? And then tangle it over the top of it, black on white and white on black. That'd be quite interesting. You know, or perhaps splash some ink on it first, so you get a random sort of background with black and white. I have done tiles in the past like that, so they work really well. They look lovely. It's something that you could try. Or you could put stripes, really big, you know, big chunky stripes onto a tile, and then you know, black and white over the top. There's quite a lot of options that you could use. Alright, so just filling in those sections. So that one I might as well do all of it. And of course, you know, I can do this without worrying about my board getting covered. So it's all covered up there. Yeah, and a bit around here. Starting to look really different now. a little bit of mystery about it. It always does, you know, when you start to add black. Quite like it. Alright. That's a nice large piece there to work through. Yeah, Joyce, that's a good point as well. Yeah, less is more. Just add a touch, because you've got to remember it's there to shrink, isn't it? So yeah, whatever you do is gonna become more intense, isn't it? So, but it's really good fun. Love it. Absolutely love shrink plastic. Okay. There you are. Just. Hello. Of course you can. Yeah, come on in. So I'm just going in and just filling in those little sections there. Almost done. Alright. See now why we said we were going to come in with a thicker pen. It's just getting those sections in, because trying to do this with an O2 pen all the way around would have been a little bit crazy. Don't need that. There we go. Alright. So let's do this little bit here. I'm just going to turn it round and use this side of it just to neaten those edges. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? You think this was a white tile and it's suddenly it's gone, I think, quite stark black. A lot of design on it. It was blank not long ago. Look what you've drawn. Okay. Last little bit, I would say, and we'll have a look at it. Oh, there's a couple of bits over to one side there. Won't take long to fill in. Okay, almost done. That little bit there. And this one here. Just take it in. And there we go. Almost done. Just that little bit there. And this one. Just work it round. Okay. Alright, oh, let's have a look at that then. Ooh. Oh, Sue, yes, you're predictive. Do you know, I think Leslie and I were in the office and we were still laughing with you about an hour later. It was so funny. So please don't you worry about it. See, it's making me laugh again. It was brill. Okay, so here we go. This is where we're at so far. We're almost finished. I want to just sort of bring in a different pattern before we start with the shadow. So looking at our spaces on the inside here, I thought a really nice one is, again, a very, very basic pattern that is one of the first ones that you actually learn, is just to sort of draw those lines, and you see how it's going into one and through another, and then same again, but when we touch one it goes underneath. See, it might, no, it does not quite touch in there, but it's coming into this one. Same again, underneath there and in through here. I'm just going to join that. Oh, so I know, yeah, do you know, yeah, Janice, it made my day as well. It was so innocently funny. It was, yeah, I think we all had a really good giggle. But, yeah, it was. Okay, there we are, see, just working my way around. Let's do one here. So you can do as many or as few of these as you like, but each time you just go under one when you sort of come across it. So there we go, we're going underneath each time. There we go, and same again, underneath each time. Alright. let's add one here. I'm going to put one sort of to the side. It'll come in here, look. And then there. See, I'm just following it through. There we go. Alright. I think that's Andy in the other room. There we are. There we go. And straight through all of those. And through all of those. Alright, I think a couple more. There we go. Top those ones there. Okay. Just joining those lines. Oh, so it's starting to look quite interesting, isn't it? So you get a bit in there. I like this where it works underneath and over. It's quite interesting because you know you're never quite sure of how it's going to end up, but you just know it's going to work. This kind of tangle, this kind of pattern, just works. There we go. And there's no real challenge to it at all. It's just drawing lines. And you think you've done enough, then you can stop. See, I might just do another one here, or if you can stop. See, I'm going to start faffing in a minute. I'm going to stop after this one. All right. There we go. All right. So let's go to a pencil, and I'll start in the centre, and I'm gonna go around the outside edge of each of those shapes. You see, I've got a little bit. Oh, it's got a little bit larger. There we go. So I'm not touching that white frame around the outside, I'm just working on the inside edge there. There you go. And the same around here. Now because I'm working on a super smooth white tile, I'm not pressing on as hard as I perhaps would with the cream tile, because I know that I'm just going to have to work that little bit harder to soften those edges. So as long as you're aware of that, you know, you're going to get a slightly different finish than on the cream textured tiles. It's not a problem at all. But there we go. See, I'm not colouring it in, I'm just adding in some of that pencil. There we go. And again. And there's that one. I could have done that differently. I could have shaded each one of those lines, but it was my choice. I go a little bit louder. Oh, Pauline, I know, because you're on soon to it. So I'm just going to add some pencil just to the sort of bottom edge of each of those. See? Again, not being particularly neat, just going around and adding. It's almost like you could perhaps just, you know, draw straight over as such. But I'm just leaving the tops. And if you want to use your tortillon and go ahead and smooth them as you're going, that's fine. But I want to see the whole thing revealed all at the same time, so all my pencils going on first today. Okay, get it round. There we are. All the way around that one. There we are. So these sections here, these lovely little swirls, I'm just going to add some on the bottom edge. Again, not colouring in, just adding that pencil there to each one. See, that one's already there, look. There we are. Because, you know, I know you think, oh, it's okay because I've got the black there. Just be aware of it, because the pencil will still show up on the black. So if you don't want any pencil on there, just be, you know, be a little bit careful when you're putting it on. I'm not going to add any to the bubbles or anything. It's just swooshed over those. It's just coming onto the sides of those. Alright, are we all done? I think we're about done there. Oh, a couple there. Alright then, tortillon. Let's go out. So, starting with the centre again. Smoothing around Alright, so just softening the edge of that pencil. Yeah. So you might find you've got to sort of move it in circles, and you might find that you've got to sort of work it in lines. Whatever works, a combination of the two. And the same with these. What we're trying to do is keep a little bit of the white in the middle, so that just gives it that little bit of highlight it needs to make that three-dimensional impression. And you can always go back and add more pencil, but it's trying to take it away is a little bit tricky. So just build it up if you need to. Okay. I think my tortillon's ready for a bit of a sanding at the edge. It's a little bit, it's gone a little bit soft, but that's okay because you can do that. A little bit of sandpaper, sand it off, and it'll be back to new. There we go. You see the difference it makes. It's pretty instant, and I think that's what's magical about it. So if you look at this one compared to this one, it's quite a difference it makes, isn't it? Okay. So then with these, and again, I'm just going to smooth the edges. So it's not that you've got to spend hours on it, it's just going around that outside really. It's almost like giving that, these little bubble shapes, a border. But what we're doing is we're just giving it a little bit of something. There you go. Just smoothing around. Okay. See, that doesn't take long at all. Okay, same with the little swirls, and I'm not trying to take them all up to the top. I'm just softening the edges on each of them, just so you've got a little bit of this sort of difference between top and bottom. See, just moving it up enough to soften the edge, but not enough to cover the whole thing. Oh, hey Julie. No, don't worry about it. If you're late, it's not that you're late. It's, you know, other things to do. I understand. There you are. Okay. See, it's not overdoing it at all, really. So here we go. So last thing, really, and this is only if you want to. I have got the same my gel pens. I can use that lovely terracotta colour, I think. I've not used that in a little bit. Look. And some of those little bubbles, let's just go in and add a touch of colour to it. So not much, not everywhere. You know, if you want to, you can add some. And that's the beauty of the gel pens. Now over the top of the black. There you go. It's got a little bit. There you are. See, because they just go. They work well. And of course, you could use a gold or a silver just to, you know, fill in these sections here. But for me, they look as though they're sort of hollow. I mean, adding in a little highlight would make them stick out. I might put a highlight in them. Let's see how we go. Okay, I'm just picking the odd bubble, see? Keeping some of them white and not wanting to do all of them. Just adding a few in that black area. Okay, so I'll fill that in. Something about a gel pen on black, isn't it? It's always exciting. What I'm going to do, see, I've got a little bit there that I'm going to fill in. Oh, my black pen. Okay. I'm just making a few there, nothing much. Almost done. Just those little bits. Put that one there. And last sort of section. This means, you know, if you've got something here again that you think, oh, I'm not so sure of, you can use the gel pen and you can go over it, or you can redefine. So let's see. Yeah, I don't have a white, but I do have a greyish colour. Let's just have a look at this. So if you want to sort of leave these as such, you can, but if you wanted to add a little highlight on them, There you go. So I say it'd probably work better with a white pen, but just literally a dot on one of the sections. And you can see there that it actually now, it looks as though it's sort of more 3D. And it's round rather than, you know, hollow. There we go. Oh yeah, you're right, Elaine. Thank you for that. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, it's still there. The essence is still there, and the mindfulness and the appreciation. So I just like to include colour and do something with it. You know, put it into cards and things like that. It looks great. But there's a great sample on the show that shows it. It's the book 3 with the 12 tiles in colour and 12 tiles in black and white. Alright, let's have a look at that. Okay, so very, very different tile than the one we did on Friday. Really unusual. I mean, it might be even that you want to go in and add some of that colour. You might even do that. Add some of that gel pen into some of those sections there. And again, you know, as we spoke earlier, if you've got the jigsaw puzzle, taking a section of it out as part of the jigsaw. So I'm going to do that one there. Just adding that touch of colour just changes it. Of course, you know, if you go over the black pen, let the gel pen dry and then just draw your black in again. There we are. Let's just have one there as well. Alright. Oh, see now, no, I've got to do a bit more now. Oh, I'm going to put one more in, just to balance it out a little bit. There we go. So yeah, it's seriously different than what we've done before, but hopefully a little bit unique, a little bit easier for you to do. Not so much of a challenge as it was from Friday, but just nice and easy and calming you in to the week. So okay, that's our tile for today. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's a nice one to play around with, so it'll be interesting to see what you do with it, whether you use colour, whether you just stick with the white. Very interesting. So yeah, if you stick around later on, I'm going to be demoing the lotus and the puzzle at what time is it, 6:45 this evening for 45 minutes. So that'd be lovely if you can join me for that. And then it's the 2-hour drive home to John and the dogs. And yeah, all being well, I will see you back here on Friday for another live session at 2 o'clock. So yeah, thank you ever so much, everybody. Thank you for your support, and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. You take care.